back at my own experience, I mean, I think that one of the joys of the job is the fact that I have the opportunity to use my spoken and written French on a daily basis. And my love of the language, I think, really started when it came from my mother, Isabel Kenrick, who left her hometown of Boston in the States after the war and went to France to work for a program with a rather dubious name of Experiment in International Living. Anyway, she worked in the Massif Central for a refugee organisation. She was whizzing around Paris on her bike, and she really fell in love with France. So when my father had the opportunity to do a sabbatical a bit later, I and my 3 siblings, delighted Ian is here this evening, were taken out of our primary school, our inner city primary school, which actually is only a stone's throw away from here, and put into this tiny little village school. I don't know if any of you have seen Être et Avoir, the film, but it's a very, very different experience. And it was just all so fascinatingly different and foreign. The smells, the tastes, the countryside was all brilliant. I have to say that some of the schoolwork, the emphasis on handwriting, was not necessarily what I enjoyed. But I also realised the power that speaking another language can give you. Because coming back to the primary school, we had one of the teachers, Mr. Mead, was a terrible bully, and he came up and said something to me rather aggressively in French, and was horrified when I responded in French. Very satisfying for me. And actually, it is very moving for me coming back here and receiving the honour in this place, because not only was I at primary school very close, but we used to go to Kensington Gardens, to the playground a lot. It's much smarter now than when we were there. And as a teenager, I used to often use this road as a shortcut, cycling down to Beaver and Ken Market to get my sheepskin coats, little knowing that I would even be able to come into one of these houses, let alone be decorated here. So, thank you. And before closing, I just want to pay tribute to the almost unpaid army of assistants, many of whom are here this evening, and interns as well. They've contributed so much to the work of the FBC, as have the inspirational FBC members who give up their time and effort without complaining to further our aims. And finally, I just want to take this opportunity to recognise the value of someone without whom this award would not have been possible. My husband Mark, who first impressed me by the fact that he'd read the whole of Proust's À la recherche du temps perdu while he was working in Paris between school and university. His love of France, yes, you can testify later, his love of France and his French colleagues, some of whom are here this evening, and his understanding of the French nation have all been a very important part of our life together. And moreover, he and our children, Rachel, Izzy and Milo, have put up with my absences in Paris and my mouth-watering descriptions of delectable meals without ever grumbling. So that enviable French ability to bring together good company, delectable food and splendid wine is once more in evidence this evening. Merci encore une fois, Sylvie, pour votre accueil ce soir, et merci à vous tous d'être venus. Thank you.